All right, how you doing? My name is Jabaar Edmond. I'm a filmmaker, director, writer, producer, and I'm active in my community. My family was one of the last businesses in the gas plant district when the Tropicana Field was being built. I remember, the cranes and the scaffolding. I remember the building being built because we would be at our family business at the store. So I remember, all the buildings around the store being knocked down. Like I remember, it just being a big field. Like at first it used to be like a wall with apartments, and there'd be other buildings. But then I remember, I was a kid, but I remember just coming out the store one day and it was just open. Like far as the eye could see, like all the buildings had been knocked down. And that was one of the last things I remember, actually before the store closed. The Tropicana Field was built. It was called the Thunderdome. They used to have concerts. My family actually would sell parking spaces. So that's kind of how they made up for not making money when the businesses was all gone. Actually, the corner lot from 16th Street and 5th Avenue, where the light is, they actually own that lot. It's like they call it the VIP lot now. So, they were able to take some financial benefits from selling their parking spaces before they would, I guess, actually get out of the building. The city of St. Pete came up with a plan, a redevelopment plan. And they would knock down the businesses and the homes in a promise to the other community members for jobs. I think they said it was gonna be 600 jobs or whatever the promise was. So, community members agreed and pretty much gave up their land, sold their land. Some people were eminent domain, some people, it was different scenarios for every property. A blight, they were trying to say they were knocking down blighted homes and blighted businesses. And hindsight is 2020. So we know some of the buildings were brand new buildings. It was some brand new churches that were knocked down. There was some structures, historic structures, especially to Black St. Pete. So, after further analysis, you see it really was like a wipeout of, Black history and Black wealth. Some of those neighborhoods were the oldest neighborhoods in the city, especially to Black residents. Some of the most wealth was in those areas. St. Pete has its roots very deep in not only the civil rights, but also, like I said, the Renaissance area. Like a lot of those, not just because a lot of popular celebrities came to St. Pete. Fats Domino, James Brown, all came to Manhattan Casino. Okay, but also some of America's civil rights fights were here, right? Some of that stuff, some of the things that happened here started a wave around America. You often don't hear people from St. Pete talk about it, but you'll hear somebody away from St. Pete. Like I heard a popular rapper talk about St. Pete. I'm like, what in the world? And then they had a little picture come up, and I remember the picture, I Am Human or whatever, it's a picture here in St. Pete. And they was talking about how influential we were. And I'm like, wow. I know some of the stuff, I know some of the history, but I never really put it in context, right? And once you put it in context, some of the initial situations, lawsuits, and some of that stuff originated here, or people from here that went another place and started and did something amazing. So poverty in St. Pete. I think I was introduced to poverty in St. Pete. I grew up in poverty, right? So I didn't realize that to a certain age, maybe 12, 13, then I realized that we were poor, right? or that I realized that, there was a difference, and it was a difference. But I had a rich life. So, and as I grew up in Charles Park, there is a refinery and industrial park in the middle of the neighborhood. We would always smell gasoline. We would always smell, different things burning, different things that make your eyes burn, nose, just different smells, and we never knew what it was. We never knew what we could do about it. Fast forward 10, 15 years later, I became vice president of Charles Park Neighborhood Association. We began a campaign called Smell Something, Say Something. Which was started by a teacher at the neighborhood elementary school, Fairmont Park Elementary School, where the kids could not even go out for PE class some days because of the strong smell and the foul odor in the air. We began a campaign working with the city of St. Petersburg, working with different factions, including Eckerd College, USF College, doing community conversations. We did a lot of work around the smell at the factory. What ended up happening is we're still working on it. There's still reports of foul odors still to this day. There's been reports made through the county, through the city. Some people even would call the fire department because they would smell something and they wouldn't know what it was. So there's a issue that we're dealing with. We're still dealing with it, and it's an open situation where we're still fighting for fresh air, for air free of pollutants and smells. Charles Park neighborhood represents the most densely populated youth in Pinellas County. And our neighborhood is families and grandmas and cousins and uncles. And we've been looking to bring awareness to the situation by doing conversations with media, doing different news articles, doing reports, doing documentaries. We've been doing everything that we can as citizens. We even became citizen scientists, where we embarked on, the science of pollution, the science of, environmental issues.